Rachel.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm fantastic. I never thought I
Welcome,
would be back here
Bachelorette.
again.
The big change will be that we started out as a podcast where it was mostly audio focused and commentary. Now we'll be changing and shifting over more to video focus. I'm still going to release the podcast, but you may have to go to Instagram to see the video clips and actually understand what I'm talking about. Otherwise, they'll all be posted on YouTube. It's really simple, and you'll get the commentary with the video overlay. So there's one person that really stole the show last night. It was our boy Lucas. Annoying, absurd, and even a little funny. He had all the different elements. Like he kind of wanted to be there. He was kind of playing it cool, but he was also just being absurd, trying to sell t-shirts. So here's Lucas to kick off the show.
The word Whaboom grew from the word boom.
Wahoo, son!
But it has a lot more energy behind it.
Wahoo! Wahoo! Wahoo!
All right, our boy is crazy. I was thoroughly impressed with his performance. Now, a lot of people probably be really annoyed with Lucas because he just seemed to be there for the fame and to sell his t-shirts. But it's funny that he got selected over, multiple doctors, a Marine, another attorney. There are many people that did not get selected over Luke. He survived while 9 others had to go home. And later on, I'll show you the reaction. It was so funny. All right, so next up is Blake. He's an aspiring drummer / personal trainer. He played the angle of all about being sexy and all that stuff. And dude, on The Bachelor, this never works. This guy is doomed. If he has some kind of BS title for his job, then I don't see him lasting more than 3 or 4 weeks.
I work out intensely, regularly, which raises testosterone. So I would say scientifically my libido is above average.
Man, that last shot of his face. Our next clip involves when Rachel sat down with the girls from the past seasons. I mean, look, they're probably so busy after the last season, posting Instagram, pushing diet tea, sugar baby bears. I mean, who knows what all they're up to. But they had enough time to sit down with Rachel, and they had some advice for her. I don't know about you, but do you catch anything a little funny about what they're implying?
I'm really getting emotional. I can't believe I'm getting this emotional, but yeah, I hope someone goes hard for you.
I don't think there'll be a shortage of people going hard for you. Let them.
There's going to be no shortage of people looking to go hard for you. Oh, boy. All right, so the guys start arriving. They all have to do their cheesy one-liner. They're getting out of the limo. And I liked Brady's intro where he had to break the ice and he used the sledgehammer. When he came inside, everyone had a hilarious reaction, just yelling out Thor. And then, I don't know who said it, but someone had a comment about how hot the guys were there. So this clip is just short and really funny. Hope you guys like it.
Oh, Thor's here! Thor!
A bunch of good-looking dudes, man.
All right, this is another short one. But I like it because it's basically a reaction whenever your girlfriend's like, yo, I'm 5 minutes away. Or,
What's up, girl?
all right, so they continue the cheesy lines. Everyone's just trying their best to make a good first impression. They're getting their first airtime. And a guy named Fred comes up. Apparently they went to school together a long time ago. It was really funny. Busts out the yearbook and shows her old picture. And her old 8th grade picture gets tons of airtime. So I captured and edited her 8th grade photo as the thumbnail. So hopefully you enjoy that. Let's all take a look. I'll even pause and get an extended look at her 8th grade photo.
You might be able to recognize this person.
What grade is it?
It's your 8th grade picture.
I don't want to see it.
I don't blame you, Rachel. You don't want to see my 8th grade photo. If I find it, I'll post it. I had glasses, long hair. I can respect the fact that Rachel was a caterpillar that bloomed into a butterfly. Really, really funny stuff. Nicely done, Fred. So aside from the aspiring drummer and the Whaboom guy, we have another funny profession. This guy is a tickle master. And I know he was trying to get a laugh, but I was not laughing. I was just cringing. I was like, oh, this is so uncomfortable. Like, did he break a law by doing this?
And then could I ask you to close your eyes for just a second?
Oh no, I'm scared. Sorry. I'm so ticklish.
I wanted to make sure you had at least one good laugh tonight.
Yeah, let's go on to the next clip.
Right, it is about Whaboom. If you want a glimpse of it, I can give it to you now.
Yeah. That's just a glimpse.
Oh, that's just a minor. There's more where that came from.
I believe it. I believe it, Lucas. So.
Oh boy, Lucas. I'm glad that he's doing this crazy Whaboom thing because apparently we have a psychiatrist on the cast, can give him a full psych test, and then also we have the chiropractor. So once he kind of throws out his back from doing the Whabooms, he'll have someone there who can really straighten him out. So ultimately, I'm not too worried about his health because he's going to get straightened out on the show. But yeah, it looked painful at the time. It was definitely painful to watch. But we've seen the Whaboom. Rachel's seen the Whaboom. Now the boys have to see the Whaboom. Here it is.
Of course.
Just take a look at those reactions.
That's the crazy one. That's the one.
I nailed it. One guy actually, so Adam was given a doll and he brought it in as Adam Jr. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was really stupid at first, but there was a lot of payout and the jokes were pretty funny, especially the crazy interview that he had. I don't have that clip, but I have some other clips of people talking about the doll. So let's hear what some people had to say about Adam Jr. being in the house.
AJ's dressed fresh. He's got actually a pretty dope fade if you look. Like his fade is ill on the sides. But I'm gonna tell you like this, like if that thing turns into Annabelle and like moves to different rooms, I'm gonna burn it myself. Like just cause I just don't play.
Kenny doesn't play with dolls. You know, look, we have a diverse cast this season and we're also getting some diverse interviews, which I appreciate. It's not just the, you know, vanilla interviews where we're just, I mean, these are funny. I mean, these guys are really funny. And I like that we're getting the dynamics of everyone all around them and just the diverse opinions of what's going on. It's really, really awesome. This was easily the best intro night I've seen. It was really funny. All right, so after we got past the doll scene, we started getting into the first kiss of the night. I mean, she got a few kisses on the cheek, but no makeouts or anything. Brian, our chiropractic doctor, age 37, goes for the kill here. I don't know about you guys. I noticed two things about the kiss. First of all, it was really aggressive. And second of all, they had some horrible overdubbed noises of kissing on top of it. Let's see if you can notice it. It just seems so insane. It made it just really awkward to watch.
What's wrong with that?
He just took it upon himself to take me in his arms and kiss me, and I was not ready for it. Did not want to kiss anybody tonight. But boy, did I love it.
Hey, good for Rach. Man, those sounds were terrible. Next clip's really short, and I just think it's funny out of context. So I'm gonna play it 2 times because it's really short.
I'm not worried about these guys. I'm getting a first impression roast tonight. I'm at their necks, and I'm coming hard.
I'm coming hard. All right, let's one more time.
First impression roast tonight. I'm at their necks, and I'm coming hard.
That guy actually did great. He's killing it. He did really well on the date. He was really confident and got a rose, so he's still in the game. All right, we immediately go into some additional Whaboom guy stuff. So Lucas gets some more screen time. Let's hear what some people are still saying about him.
He's a nutcase. Did you guys drug test?
The night's winding down. It's time to give away the first impression rose. Now, I don't have the clip of Rachel actually picking up the rose, but it was super dramatic. Everyone just looked at it and then just like looked off as she walked away. It was pretty funny, hoping she would just take it and hand it to one of them. But that wasn't the case. As we know, she has to take it and walk throughout the whole party and get everyone jealous so they get all the shots. So she picks Brian, the chiropractic doctor, and so they get to make their kissing noises again. This time, we have some fantastic reactions in the background. I'll try to pause it and show you. Mo didn't contribute much to this episode except for these reactions. They were priceless.
It's my first time doing it.
And I'm gonna have to steal another kiss.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to.
No!
Keep your mouth away.
Keep your mouth away. Oh, poor guy. Final clip is all about the rose ceremony. There weren't a ton of surprises except for Blake K, the veteran. He didn't get picked, but I've seen some stuff online that maybe he had like some kind of family emergency and had to leave anyway. I thought he was a shoo-in. And then the final rose, of course, was saved for Lucas to be what we call the producer's pick. I mean, it was really funny because of all the reactions. His reaction was awesome, and then everyone else's reactions were pretty funny. The whole Lucas Whaboom thing is going to live on for one more week. I cannot wait to see what he has in store next. So I'll just play this clip in the entirety and just watch for the reactions.
All right, then.
Yes!
I love you.
Lucas, will you accept this rose?
Hold on, my brain's gonna hurt. Yeah.
Lucas, that makes all of America that has a hurt brain after this segment. So last year I put out a Google document that you could watch me following my rankings week by week. So there are 31 people on the show, and I started looking through Instagrams and realized that tons of them are going to get voted out the first week. So it's not even worth doing a ton of analysis on it. I'm going to talk about my weekly ranking, but I also went through my top 10's Instagram to figure out like a little bit more about them. And if they didn't have an Instagram or I couldn't find it, I left it blank, and I'll go back and try to find it. If it wasn't easy to find, I'll try to find it later. Basically what I do is I look through their Instagram and decide like how basic they are and if I want to hang out with them. So I took what happened in week 1, which I saw, and then these Instagram notes to try to come up with my ranking, because it's really hard to tell who all's doing what so far. Ranked number 1, I have DeMario. He's an executive recruiter. I liked him because his age, he's 30, seems like perfect for Rachel. He's like the talker. I think Rachel likes that type of guy. She likes a guy who's funny, witty, and just kind of just off the cuff, likes to keep, I don't think she likes guys that are super serious. So I've got him number 1. He was on the pre-show after the final rose. He had a lot of screen time this episode. Next, I had Alex. This one was more of an Instagram pull. I thought he did well in the show. He's nerdy and funny, and his Instagram is weird. Like, he has this buddy that's named Valentino, and it's like they're best friends or something. Definitely check out his Instagram page and tell me what you think. It's kind of weird, kind of funny. It's Tino Bordy, Tinobordy. Okay, 3 and 4, I've got Anthony and Dean. I think they're great matches for Rachel, but they're young. They're 26. I'm just having trouble seeing her, a 32-year-old, match with a 26-year-old dude. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think both Dean and Anthony are good matches for her. They're just probably too young. But of the two, man, Anthony is an awesome dude. He does have like some basic pics on his Instagram. You'll have to go on and check it. But he's a Northwestern and Fulbright grad. He's like pretty high up at an educational software company. He might have a kid though. That's the only thing. I don't know. Like, I saw some kids in his photos, so he might have one. I couldn't get to the bottom of it, but you got to go see this. He has a shameless yoga pose pic. So basic. It like made me almost drop his rank down way further just because of that. Dean has one picture where he looks like Chris Soules when he's wearing sunglasses. You should definitely go check that out. I think Fred's pretty cool. I know that typically the person from the past comes on the show and doesn't do well, but Fred knew her in 3rd grade, so I don't think it's that big a deal. I mean, 3rd grade, that's 8 or 9 years old. Yeah, over 20 years, 15, 20 years ago. So not really that worried about it. He's not ultra basic, which I appreciated. And Fred's pretty cool. Actually, his Instagram was probably the coolest. He has this organization called Passport Tatted, and from what I could glean from his Instagram, the goal is to promote men of color to travel around the world and just like expand their worldview. Thought that was awesome. I mean, I'm a big traveler, so he just seems like a great dude. He's 27. He's from Dallas. That could either be a huge plus or a huge negative, depending on if Rachel wants to stay in Dallas or move to LA. Rank 6, I've got Brian, the chiropractor. I put him in just because he's the oldest person on the show, and he got the first impression rose, but he literally has a fat burn tea ad on his page. So it seems completely plausible he's there for the wrong reasons. He's Colombian. Thought that gave him kind of a little edge, you know. She even mentioned that she liked the Spanish and the Colombian side, so keep it going, Brian. And then my last two for 7 and 8, I really couldn't I have Brady, the model. He was the guy who was Thor when he walked in. And his Instagram is basically just a collection of flexing photos and model poses. So I'll be interested to see if he's actually a cool dude and he's just putting those modeling pictures up there because it's part of like his job, or if he's just a weirdo, like narcissist. Yeah, all of his, one thing I will say about his photos is I dug a little deeper, try to just see like what his personality is like. He has some stupid commentary on his photos. So I was like cringing at the thought of hanging out with him based on that, but he seems to be doing well on the show. So I'm going to hold some judgment back. So my final ranked person I had was Peter. He's a business owner from Wisconsin. Rachel has not had the best Wisconsin luck so far. He brought it multiple times. I could see some of these other guys doing well. I just didn't get a good enough feel for them. I'm just going to leave them on here, and maybe next week I'll have a better feel for how everyone's doing. I mean, based on the preview for the rest of the season, Lee must make it pretty far because he's part of the drama. And I saw Kenny in some stuff, so I don't know. We didn't also get to see everyone on this list. But if I had to say who's getting voted out next week, it's probably Jonathan, the tickle monster, or master, don't remember what it was. Lucas, the Whaboom guy, and then Blake E., the aspiring drummer. Dude, stop worrying about other people. Go to Rachel, talk about yourself, get to know her, and get through the rounds. Stop worrying about the Whaboom guy and how absurd he is. No one wants to be the Whaboom guy. Like, no one, he's not going to win. I got to give one last shout out to Josiah because I love that he said, "See you later, litigator," after his initial greeting. So funny. Really appreciate that. Good job, Josiah. Yeah, I appreciate that, Josiah. Hopefully that's all they talk. So I want to give one last shout out to Josiah because I'm worried that he's on the outs. He had the really heartwarming story about his brother and how he became a prosecuting attorney. Thought that was a fantastic story. So amazing that he can get back to his community. He even hit her with the "see you later, litigator" comment as soon as he was leaving. But man, save your heartwarming story like for 4 or 5 episodes in. You can't, I mean, that's kind of your ace in the hole, man. That's like a really deep conversation that you could have with someone that you really like. Not someone you just met for 10 minutes, you know? So I thought that was a little weak that he started to have that deep conversation already. But hey, if that's his game, and it's his story, he can tell it whenever he wants. But yeah, I thought that was a clear thing to like save for 4 or 5 weeks from now. Thank you so much for joining. If you want to see this ranking system, it'll be linked below. Once again, hope you're watching this on YouTube. If you could, please subscribe for more videos. If you have some feedback, hit me with a comment. Hopefully you like this video format better than the audio, but I'm still going to post the podcast. So don't worry. If you can handle this as a podcast, go for it. Love to hear all your feedback from it. Thank you for being so loyal. Thank you for being patient while there are a lot of transitions, and hopefully you'll subscribe and things will improve over time.